In this episode of Maritime or Outdoors, we're going to take a closer look at the John Deere Frontier Implements SB-1154 snowblower. Purchased this year, and we're going to actually get to use it with some appreciable snow here just a couple days ago. One of the first things I noticed in using the blower, again, this is the first time before, I think we had probably 5 or 6 inches of snow, roughly. One of the things I noticed in high gear 4-wheel drive with the blower, and this is the 54-inch model, they make I believe a 48-inch model as well. So this is a little bit bigger than the smallest. And my tractor, again, is a 1025R, so it's just shy of 25 horsepower. With the 4-wheel drive engaged transmission in high gear, the tractor does bog down a fair bit. It's noticeable. You can hear it in the video. It does handle the load though, so it's I think it's a fairly good match. Maybe a little bit more horsepower tractor would be a better option. Perhaps the 3 Series, or maybe, I don't think the 2 Series is any more horsepower. It's just a heavier frame and maybe a heavier loader. But with the 1025R, this is probably all that the tractor wants. I mean, it brings the RPMs down probably 300 or 400 RPM if you get ahead of the snow with that blower. It really bogs it down. But overall, very happy with the capability. It's handling, I piled snow up, you'll see here later in the video, I piled snow up at the end of the driveway and then just put it in 4 low and slowly backed into it. If you get ahead of the snow, that's when the tractor starts to bog down, but if you take your time, it does a phenomenal job. And the snow was starting to get wet, so it wasn't light fluffy snow, it was quite heavy. So between the loader and the snowblower, once I figure everything out, I'll be way more efficient in doing my driveway. But again, this is the second time I've used everything, second time using this tractor in this manner. I'll figure out a system that makes me a little bit more efficient, but as it stands right now, I'll back down with the blower and I'll push with the loader on my second pass. Instead of turning around, I'll just push forward to the end of the driveway and then snowblow back. And then once I get everything cleared on the main driveway, I'll snowblow that pile that I've made at the end of the driveway into the ditches. That seems to be fairly efficient. That's something I kind of figured out here when I did this on this day. But as you can see, the blower works really well. I'm keeping it low because I'm actually blowing it into the wind, and I didn't want it blowing all over me. I don't have a cab, so some of my friends, and a particular one from PEI, has made comment about snowblowing without a cab. It's not real fun. So anyway, I try and be tactical, tactical? Yeah, sure. Strategic about how I blow with the way the wind's blowing. So, and of course the truck was kind of in the way, and I've got a tarp of sand there, as you can see if you move your cursor around, that I also it's frozen now. I was trying to keep the water out of it by putting it in a tarp. But anyway, I can only blow in certain directions at certain times. So anywho, love the tractor, love the snowblower, works well. So if you want to just look around as I'm doing it, it'll give you an idea of how well it works. Here in a little bit, I'll push a bunch to the end of the driveway and then we'll snowblow that as well. I've had the snowblower equipped with hydraulic, both chute and hood options. I guess I can control right from the operator station with 2-way valves. I've got 2 of them. So it's 4 hoses running to that snowblower, and that gives me up, down, left, and right. The chute left and right's on basically I don't know what you call it, an orbital gear or something, round gear around the outside of it, and it's just a bearing plate basically that slides back and forth on, and it's controlled by a hydraulic motor with a cog on it essentially. And then the first stage of the snowblower is chain driven. It's PTO to a gearbox in the back, and then it splits. Second stage and then over to the first stage, which is a small shaft that drives a a gear, and then it's chained to final gear for that first stage on the very front of the snowblower.